share my problem identification? Can I?
Yeah, sure, you can.
Okay. I am teaching the primary level here in Alpha BSD. And the problem for me is not to improve their speaking because they speak very well. The students speak very well. Most of them, I mean. Uh, my problem is to make them reading more carefully. So, for the primary level, they tend to read so fast, but they do not get the meaning of the reading passage itself. That's my problem. So, can't you guys help me with the reading problem for my students?
Okay,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Miss Ade. So your main problem here is reading, yeah? And then, okay, come on. I would like to ask Miss Indra Cahyani with a nice background with you over there. Come on, Miss Indra.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Honestly, I still searching on my head about the about the conclusion or advice or anything to make usable or how helpful. I still searching, Mr. Ian. Sorry. Give me time, please, just for a moment.
Okay, we're gonna go with the next student then. I'm gonna pick Miss Yeni Apriani. Come on, Miss Yeni.
Okay, hi sir. Hi Miss Ade. Can you listen to my voice?
Yeah, Miss.
Okay, I think I also have the same problem like you. Most of my students are good in speaking English. They are confident enough also whenever I ask them to speak up. But I also have difficulties when I saw their handwriting. I mean, like the vocabularies, they write it in the wrong way. And then also, same like what you said. Um, the answer with the questions are not not connect, not having connection within each other like that. That's why um for me, I think what we have to struggle with this kind of problem is um we do the literacy more often, yeah, by reading a book together. For example, like this, we ask them uh, to read a passage, and then we ask them also to conclude what did you get from that text or that passage. Okay, if we already get the point, I mean, like if we see them already understand, oh, okay, that student is good enough in understanding the passage, and then we try with the other student. When he or she didn't understand about it, then we can ask their friends to teach them. So like we also need their friends' help to teach them how to get the meaning of a passage like that. Sometimes students can understand from their friends rather than our explanation. That's my experience. Yeah, I hope that it can help you. Yeah, Miss Ade.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you, Miss
Miss.
Yeni. Now let's
Yeah,
go with
you're
the
welcome.
next one, Miss.
Okay, Mr. Ian, I'm ready.
Okay, come on, Miss Indra, come on.
Okay, thank you for this time and these times. I just give the advice or anything, I don't know. I just want to say, maybe Mr. Ade, you can give them a book full of color or full of the picture, anything else to make them interesting, because your student still primary, so they are still apa ya, kindly, it's very apa, it's very younger, so they they need to anything to make them interesting, look like the picture to be full color or anything. So and then you put them as apa ya, you put them anything attractive telling with you, and then your student to be, I think your student to be interesting to reading more and more again, because the picture is very interesting for them, and especially it must be full color or anything interesting of the picture. I think just is I hope that it's useful and helpful to you, Mrs. Ade. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ian. That is from myself.
Okay, and then now we're gonna go with Miss Neneng. Thank you, Miss Indra. Come on, Miss Neneng.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Sofyan, thank you for the chance. Miss Ade, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
According to my opinion about reading skill, maybe you can tell them to read the text or to read the passage louder sentence by sentence. For example, the first sentence will be read by the first student, the second sentence is for the second student, and the third for the third student, and that's until the next passage and until the next sentence in the passage. So every student can understand the passage sentence by sentence. So one person, one student understand one sentence. So the second one, for the example, his friend read the passage and understand, and the third, the fourth is same like that. So every single passage, every sentence in the passage should be read by different persons. So in one class, they have to understand the passage together. That's all my opinion, Miss Ade.
Okay, thank you, Miss Neneng Khairunisa.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to share their opinion how to solve the
Me, sir.
problems? Okay, come on, Mr.
Okay.
Ipong.
May I, sir?
Okay, let's go with
May I,
Mr.
sir?
Ipong first. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Ipong.
Okay, come on.
Me, in my experience, I divided the class into four groups or more, yeah. And in four groups, I give them papers. The papers are containing paragraphs. For example, in the papers, there are four papers, and in each paper, there is one paragraph. Actually, the paragraph that I give them is a story or reading, and it has to be arranged because they don't know which one is the first paragraph. They don't know the second, the third, or the fourth. So I give the groups the four piece of papers to them. So they have to ensemble. They have to arrange which one is the first, second, third, and fourth. With hopes that they read the paragraph and understand the passage. This also.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ipong. And then next, anyone else? Come on. Would like to
Me,
share?
sir.
Okay, come on, Mr. Terry.
Yeah. Mr. Saifullah, can you mute the speaker? Thank you so much, Mr. Saifullah. Okay, thank you. So sorry. Yeah. The first thing is your students are in a primary level. So primary students are they are visual learners. So I think much better you provide text or some things that make them interested. Yeah, like a comics maybe, or maybe text with highlighted parts, yeah, with a colorful highlighted part. And then for the questions to test their comprehension, just giving them a simple questions like stated information from the text. Please do not give them like an implied informations because then I think they are not able yet to draw the conclusions from the text. So much better. The first one, we need to find the best or the interesting text for them, or maybe the format of the text is just like a comic, yeah. And then the second one, if not comic, just like a text, yeah, you can highlight some part in the text, yeah, by using a colorful highlight. And then the second one, yes. And then the last one is giving them just a simple questions like was that stated information that easily found in the text. If we give them an implied informations or drawing conclusion and others, I think it's so hard for a primary level students. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else would like to share their opinion? And I really expect you guys will try to talk. Yeah, every single one of you. Come on. Anyone else? Miss
May I
Saptarini?
try?
Come on, Miss Saptarini.
Okay, can you hear my voice?
Yep, it's clear, Miss. Come on.
Okay. According to me, your problem is the same with us. I'm also teaching in primary school. And then for the vocabulary, from the pronunciation, you mean Miss Ade, ya? For the vocabulary, I will give them some kinds of cards, yeah, flashcard from something like that, and then we spell one letter by one letter. For example, A or B. Oh, okay, it's book. Now we pronounce book, just like that. So they pronounce one word by one word, and the next day or the next meeting, we can speak or we can pronounce for 2 words, and we add 3 words and 1 sentence like that. So we can also make a game. We just make a game because they are still children, they are still kids, so they like to play games. So we have we are going to make a game to interact or to attract them to have comfortable learning of English, so they can practice to pronounce, practice to speak English, and also to read. We can read on the whiteboard, and they read together, and we choose one by one to read, speak, or read loudly, just like that. Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rini. Anyone else would like to share their opinion? Miss Class Secretary, you were not even.
Yes. May I try, Mr.
Come on.
Sofian? Yes, maybe I also have the same problems with Miss Ade. So far Miss Ade teach in a primary schools, right? Miss Ade gitu. And then I teach what is it? The students on vocational high schools, and they have the same problems with the students on a primary schools. It's about readings officially, but I mean, the tips or what is it? Suggestions to make they interest in readings English text. Maybe I mean we can classify about their interestings to some things like it's about the hobby maybe. And then after we classify it, the students likes into their hobby, the same hobby or something like that. So we can give them the interesting pictures. Not only a text that we can give to them, but we also can give the pictures to make they interest in reading text. So far, I like that, Mister.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rini. Anyone else would like to share their opinion?
May I?
Okay,
May
come on.
I, Mister?
Okay, come on.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I I'm teach in primary school. To teach reading in primary school, in my experience, we teach words that are new that they don't yet to how to pronounce it. We give the example. And then introduce the interesting reading books with the few words and a lot of the picture of them. And after that, we ask the student to read or the repeated how repeated the sentence. Maybe it's hello. Can you hear my voice, Mr.?
Yeah, it's clear. That's all, Miss Ratna.
Yes, that's all. Maybe
Okay.
and
Okay, thank you. Anyone else would like to share their opinion, please? Especially
Me,
the
sir?
person. Okay, come on, Miss
Can I?
Isalka, come on.
Right. Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. Actually, um, uh, right now I'm teaching in secondary school, but I think I have the same problems with Miss Ade if I teach in seventh grade, which is in seventh grade. There are from the other primary school that which is maybe in their primary is not studying English like that. So it's a really struggle to teach them about maybe for the reading comprehension, for example. It's a really struggle to what is meant to can a whole the whole strategy for all the students. So we have to divide it to classify so to classify which have a high level or middle level, something like that. So we have to know what they have to learn before, something like that. And maybe from primary school, it's not always about give them all the text or something like that. Maybe we can showing the video from maybe for fable or story or like folk tale or something like that that is really interesting to students, like maybe Frozen like that or something like that. So it's so many pictures over there, the colorful, and then the tell the stories like that. So after that we have to make maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then we have to stop, pause it, and then we are trying to speak, read like the story, something like that. Maybe it will be continuing and feel focused what they have to done instead of what they don't have to, like that. Maybe. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Soliha. I guess that should be enough, everyone. And now it will be my turn. Yeah. Okay, guys, this will be a lesson, I guess. Before you're going to give some kind of response, some kind of suggestions, some kind of recommendations, you gotta understand about what is it the real problem that Miss Addis faced here. Okay, based on her story, yeah, her student here, they can speak fluently. Yeah, they can speak fluently. And then the problem, when Miss Ade asks her student here to read a certain kind of passage, certain kind of article, it's look like they're in a hurry, yeah, in a rush in reading the passage or the text. Yeah. So the answer for this one, there are several kind of the probability, I guess. First of all, the text, or what is it? The article, the passage, yeah, that used by the student here to read, it's too easy for them. One more time, it is for primary level. Okay, and then we are not gonna ask them to repeat word per word. No, since they're pretty fluent in using English. Yeah. Okay. So what we have to do, we are going to pick, yeah, the level, the difficulty level of the passage of the article here. gonna come with a new kind of vocabulary for that. Yeah, new kind of, what is it? New kind of the sentences for that. So it will challenge them to learn new things. Okay, Miss Ade, that will be the tips, I guess, that you can implement. You're gonna try to select, you're gonna try to compile some relevant, some relevant, and then also various kind of difficulty level for the passage, for the article, for the students. And then the answer for this one, what we really deals with for PPG DALJAB, we call here differentiated instructions. Anyone familiar with differentiated instructions? Hello? Anyone familiar with differentiated instructions? No.
Not yet, sir.
Okay.
I hope you learn about this one after we end the meeting, the first session or the second sessions. Yeah, try to find the term differentiated instructions. You can implement this one for all language skills, and then also for the linguistic, for the vocabulary, and then also for the grammar. Okay, everyone. I guess that's all from me, Miss Ade. Yeah, and we still have 20 minutes. Now I would like to ask one student, you are going to open up your student worksheets, LK, lembar kerja, or student worksheets 1.1, and then you are going to share it with us here. What is it that you already collected? What is it that you already wrote for your student worksheet 1.1? Any volunteer? Come on. Any volunteer? Okay, one more time. Today, you're going to upload the student worksheet 1.1, right? And then I'm expecting some of you already completed. You guys already completed student worksheet 1.1, and then you're going to share it with us here. You may do this share screen thing. Come on. Anyone already completed? Okay, Miss Christina, I guess. Come on, let's give a round of applause, everyone, for Miss Christina. Yeah? Okay, come on, Miss Christina.
Sorry, sir. May I because I wrote I mean wrote the answers in Bahasa. Is it okay? Not in English.
You have the file in Bahasa, and then you're going to explain it using English. That should be okay. Come on, because yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I told you if you're going to work your student worksheet using English, that will be better for you. But if you guys think it will be difficult to use English, just go with Bahasa. That should be fine. Okay,
because yesterday Mr. Rusmi asked us to it's okay if we use Bahasa or English to complete for the LK, the worksheet, something like that.
That's why I told you, you may pick any kind of option. You may go with Bahasa, so your answer just be okay. But if you go with English, that will be brilliant. Okay, go on, Miss Christina.
Okay, this is the first problem that is about understanding the information from the text. The problem that I identified is the students are difficult to answer, especially for the question why and how. So here for the analysis, so most of the students cannot elaborate their opinion, the reason, in they just wrote in a short text or short answer. So the solution here, we have to improve their literacy skill, and then they are going to give their opinion and try to elaborate their answers. Not only is just in short answer, but try to write more sentences, something like that. And then the second problem is the use of punctuation
and also capital letter. The problem is some students still make mistake. They forgot to add a full stop and also capital letter in the beginning of the sentence. And when they wrote I, they still write it in small letter. So the solution here, I will ask the students to write more and then to write and with the correct punctuation and capitalization, something like that. And then the next one is about the understanding of grammar. So, for example, when students wrote about recount texts, for example, some of them didn't write in a good grammar. So we know that when we talk about recount, personal recount, we have to use past tense, simple past tense or past tense, but some students still use a mix like simple present and also past tense, something like that. And then the solution here, have practiced more and more, not only just write once for the recount text, personal recount, but try to write more than one. For example, they write in a paragraph first, and then the teacher will check and then give feedback, and then they are going to continue to revise the text and then continue for writing for the next paragraph, something like that. And then here, this is about confidence. Some students are not confident enough to be a volunteer to speak in front of the class. And then here the solution is maybe the teachers need to have some creative or fun activities like role playing and also have presentation in front of the class. And then this is about the what is this? What we call it? Improvement. Improvement, keterlibatan when they are joining English class. So they are not proactive. So they don't have initiative to raise their hand. So they just wait for the teacher will going to pick them. So there is no initiative to raise their hand to answer the question, something like that. And then the solution here that I offer is give a reward or additional point if they are brave enough or confident enough to speak, to answer, and something like that. That's that I've already done for the worksheet. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Christina Octavia. Would you please keep on sharing your screen so we can give some kind of command, some kind of response? Okay. Okay, there we go. Who will be the one that gonna give a command for Miss Christina's worksheet? Everyone, come on. Come on. Okay, for your informations, any command, any recommendations, any suggestions that you guys made for these sessions, you're going to have the score for it, everyone. Yeah. Yesterday I told you if you just join this meeting and then not even active enough, well, we have the interactions, so that will be useless. Okay, come on. Who will be the first that gonna give some kind of recommendations, some kind of suggestions, or even questions for Miss Christina? Come on, everyone.
Let me to respond to Miss Christina's problem, sir.
Let me to the reading this text, Mr. Ian.
Okay.
Give me time, please.
Okay, the first is Miss Indra then. After Miss Indra,
okay.
we're gonna go with Mr. Harry. Okay, come on, Miss Indra, what is it?
I'm read on the first pemahaman bacaan of the understanding of reading. That is the difficult about answer the question why and how. I think that is not to be crucial because they on my student almost they can answer. It's very short and not by the grammarly answer on my student. that is not crucial of the difficulty on the reading for me. And then sorry. I banyak siswa menguraikan pendapat atau alasan dengan kalimat minimalis terlalu pendek, solusi terlalu latihan bacaan. Okay, the same, the short answer. But for generally, they understand the meaning of the question and then they understand about the text. But the difficulty crucial is they cannot answer by grammarly. That is my problem. So in here, Miss Christina, can you give me the solution to make my student make the completely grammarly on their answer on the on their reading? I think just it. Thank you, Mr. Ian.
Okay, Mr.
Okay,
Indra,
thank
sorry.
you.
The reason why this
Yes.
is important for me, how it's about their opinion, how to they elaborate, because so from their answer we can see their critical thinking. Actually, what the thing that I want to know that the way they are thinking when they answer the questions. So I'm the what is this? The important, the emphasized thing that I'm going to know that the way they are thinking, that critical thinking. So that's why this is my problem. They just write the short answer, something like that. So yeah, if it is about your problem, it's about how they write in a good grammar. Just maybe give a simple question. Just focus on simple question first, like yes, no question first, and then after that move to WH question. And I think we have to give example as a teacher, not only just let them to answer and then we don't care about their work, but we have to try to give
Sorry,
them feedback.
sorry, Mr. Christina. I was give it about the completely grammar and then about the practice of the answering yes no question. It is very clear, I think, very clear. But they wanna do that. They wanna just give the short answer. I don't understand what they're thinking about question because that is very clearly, and then I give them to be again, and then they do it again. That is confused about my
maybe you
about
can ask
about the student from about this era.
Okay, let's give a round of applause, everyone. Yeah, with Miss Indra and then also Miss Christina. Since we have only 8 minutes, we're gonna go with the second comment here. I'm gonna choose Mr. Harry. Hello, Mr. Harry. Miss Christina,
Hello.
you can share your screen, please, because I need to comment. I need to give the recommendation after Mr. Harry. Come on, Mr. Harry.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. Now, I will explain to, not explain, I mean, I will try to answer Miss Christina's questions or problems. Yeah. The first one is how to teach the students to answer why questions. Okay. The first one, you need to teach them to construct the simple argument at first. For example, to answer why questions, we can start by state your students' perspective. The second one, after they are able to state or to write down their own perspective, the second one, they need to jot down their own reason. And then after that, the last one, at least, they are able to give a certain or related example of the reason. it have been already 3 sentences or more if your students can improve or can develop their answer. It's to construct why questions, yeah, to answer why questions, and then how to answer how questions, yeah. I think it's regarding to procedure or descriptive. So the first one, I think you need to make sure they are able. I mean, your students are able to master adjectives, yeah. I worry, maybe their difficulties, your students' difficulties, is not how to answer it, how to describe it, but maybe they are not able for some adjectives, some certain adjectives. So much better before you give them the questions, you need to make sure the question is familiar enough to answer for them. I think that's my solutions can be suggested. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Harry, for giving suggestions, yeah, for Miss Christina. So I got only 5 minutes for you, Miss Christina, yeah. Okay, now let's try to have a look at your student worksheet 1.1. Yeah, starting with number 1, you were mentioning about reading comprehensions. Yeah, student reading comprehensions. And then when we try to make this one as the problem identifications, I guess this problem here can be for the primary level, junior level, or even for the senior level. Okay, that will be for the first problem identification for the students' reading comprehensions. And then for this second one, here you're mentioning about punctuations, I guess. Yeah, how did the students try to make a proper kind of period, a proper kind of punctuations, and if we are going to make this one for the teaching and learning process, I guess it will be really difficult for them to make this session will be a fun kind of teaching and learning. Can you imagine you're going to teach them punctuation, how did they have to put a period, how did they gonna use punctuation? I guess that's not an interesting topic to discuss with your students. Yeah, okay, that will be my opinion for the second one. And then for the third one, even for the third one, to be honest, I hate grammar. Yeah, majority of the students hate tenses. Yeah, okay, and then you're mentioning tenses mastery. Here is also the problems that you like to pick that really need to solve as soon as possible. But you're gonna consider also if you're going to bring this problem, okay, the interaction that you're going to make with the students, it will be a good one. It will be a fun learning, or it's just gonna make the student dizzy with your explanation about grammar. Okay, Miss Christina. Next one, let's try to have a look at number 4. Yeah, for the fourth one. Okay, this will be something that you're gonna consider, I guess, when you're going to pick a problem that you're going to solve here. It is about self-confidence when using English, because what is it? The main goals, the main purpose of learning a language here is the ability to speak, the ability to communicate, and then you can find many fun ways, many alternatives that gonna give us stimulations for the students so they can increase, they can improve their speaking skill. This will be a good one, I guess, compared to grammar thing, compared to the punctuations. Okay, Miss Christina. And then last one, you got the student active interactions while joining the teaching and learning process. For this one, it will be simply about their motivations, yeah, their motivations in learning English. And then with this one, I guess it's too common because using motivations to learn English, it's too many studies, too many research that discussing about motivations in learning English. So if I can give you the recommendations, I hope you're going to focus on the problem identification related with the students' confidence while talking using English. Okay, Miss Christina, but one more time, from all 5 problem identification that you created here, you're going to make a list. Which one, yeah, from all the problem identifications that really gonna give you a chance, yeah, to perform a superb kind of teaching practice, a superb kind of learning material that you are going to design, that you are going to develop for this second subject of this PPG DALJAB. Okay, I guess that's all from me, and then it's already 8:59. Do you have anything to say? 1 minute, Miss Christina, come on. No?
No, thank you, sir, for your suggestion.
Okay, so it's only thank you. Okay, thank you very much, yeah, Miss Christina, for sharing your worksheet 1.1, and then one more time. Hopefully, you guys gonna learn, yeah, in compiling your tasks here using English. If it is too difficult for you, you may mix it. Do not use all bahasa while working on your worksheets. Because I'm the one that's gonna give you the score, and then also Miss Rusmi gonna give you the score based on the senior teacher. Yeah, so I'm expecting at least you may combine it using English and then also using bahasa while making your students worksheets. Okay, everyone, is that clear enough?
Mr. Sofyan, can
Okay,
I ask actually how many problems that we have to write on this worksheet? Only one, or
okay.
because according
Okay, it seems like you really forgot what I told you guys on the first day of the orientations, yeah? So you can do what we call by self-assessment. If you want to get 5 points, so you can put how many kind of problem identifications. If you're gonna go with one problem only, so you'll have only 1 point. If you go with 2 problems identifications, so you're gonna get 2 points. So be wise. How many points that you want to get here? If you want to get the maximum point, you go with maximum problem identification. Just put it out, all the problem identification that you found in your guys' classroom. That should be okay. Yeah, and then we are going to do a selections, the most relevant kind of problems that really need to solve as soon as possible. That's why we need to make many kind of options, yeah, before we are going to choose the most relevant problems that we are going to design for the learning material, and then also that we are going to implement it when you guys have the teaching practice. Is that clear, Miss Christina? Okay, anyone else would like to put some questions? Because it's already 9:02, and then Miss Rusmi gonna be with you guys after this one to discuss more. Yeah, and then I hope Miss Rusmi gonna give a chance for some of you to share your guys' student worksheets and then to discuss it more in details. Yeah. Okay, anyone else would like to pose some questions? No one? Okay, Mr. Ipong. Come on, Mr. Ipong. Hello, sir? Anyone can hear his voice?
Open your mic, Mr. Saifullah.
It's still mute, sir.
open your mic.
Hello, Mr. Ipong?
Open your mic. Open your mic, mic.
Yeah. I focus on what Mr. Hadi said, so I little forget what would I say.
I don't really get
Can you
it.
hear me?
Hello?
I just want to talk about the actually Mr. Hadi told us that the conscious and punctuation is not really matter for them, and that I would like to ask about punctuation. So I guess I cancel my question because Mr. Hadi told us that yeah, we can focus on the confidence itself. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's echoing, I guess. It's difficult to catch your point, Mr. Imo.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Now it's better. Now it's better. Come on.
Yeah, actually, I would say something about the punctuations, but Mr. Hadi told us that punctuation would be very boring, so I canceled my questions, my comments about the punctuation.
Okay, come on, proceed.
And yeah, I just want to say that pronunciation actually is English and Indonesian language is similar, yeah, about the pronunciation. Just like, so if we have difficulties to make them understand about pronunciation, just tell them that the pronunciation of English and Indonesian is similar, so you don't have to be confused about it. Yeah, it's about period, question mark, and exclamation mark. It's the position and the rule is really similar with Bahasa Indonesia, but except for the I, yeah, I should be in capital, and it's not the same with Bahasa Indonesia. That's all I want to say, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ipong, for the comment. What I told Miss Christina, Mr. Ipong, I told her, if you're going to teach your students punctuations, can we very imagine in a classroom teaching them punctuations, period, question mark, and then blah, blah, blah. So it seems like not an interesting interactions. Yeah, that you guys gonna have. Yeah, so it is not a wrong one. No, so that's okay. You guys can pick any kind of problem identification. That should be okay. Okay, Mr. Ibong. Okay, next, we got one more, I guess. One more from Miss Solihatu Farida. And then for your information, I have my note here. Anyone copying me? And those that not even try to talk when you guys with me on the first sessions. Okay, come on. Miss Solihatu Farida, come on.
Okay, sure. Thank you. You can call me only Miss Aat. Okay. I want to ask. May we write the identification problem is same with others, because my student's problem is same with Miss Christina's students problem, such as active in the class and also reading comprehension. And before, I just teach in the English subject is since 3 months. And then I'm still study or and still search what's the problems in the class like that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And that's a good question, I guess. Everyone here, every single student, you may pick the same kind of problem. That should be okay. The way that you guys gonna develop the learning material, lesson plan, and then the way that you guys gonna do the teaching practice, it will be different. Okay, so that's okay. If your problem identification similar with Miss Christina, that should be okay. Yeah, and then based on the tips that I gave you guys, you just simply take it from 4 language skill. That should be okay. Not only reading, try speaking, try listening, yeah, try writing. That should be okay. Now, if you want to go far, you may focus on linguistics. That should be okay. And literature, that should be okay. As long as it is concerned with English language learning, so just go with it. That should be fine. because you are going to get what we call by the lecturer judgment and then also senior teacher judgment from Miss Rusmi about what kind of deep problem that you guys already pick that you are going to choose, and then you are going to solve the problem. And then you have also all of your friends here, they're going to give you the suggestions, recommendations, critics, questions, yeah, for the problems that you are going to pick, yeah, that you are going to solve, and then you're going to implement for your teaching practice. Okay, Miss Solihati Farida or Miss Aat. Okay, I guess that's,
Yes, thank you.
yeah, I guess that's all, yeah, because it's already 9:09. After this one, I hope you're going to discuss more. Try to ask as many questions as you guys can for Miss Rusmi, and try to get the, what is it, the experience that she got from the previous teaching experience, and try also to make sure that all of you guys student worksheet based on real context of your guys' classroom. Okay, everyone? Okay, and don't forget, I told you guys to watch our previous first meeting. Have you watched it, Miss Christina? Our previous,
Not yet. This morning I searched that video, but I cannot find it, sir.
Oh my God. Okay,
Which
so I'm gonna check on my subscription list. Okay, Miss Christina. Okay, she's not subscribing my channel, so you're the task for this.
This morning I opened it, but I haven't found it. Maybe which one is the video, Mr. Sofian?
Okay,
Can
I'm
you
gonna
share
share the link for you guys. Okay, wait a second, because if I'm not mistaken, yesterday Miss Dwi Astuti Febriawari told me, sir, I'm skipping some of the explanations. Would you please try to re-explain it? And then I told her you may watch the video. Yeah, that's what I told Miss Dwi Astuti. Yeah. Okay, let me share the link for you. And then tomorrow we are going to do an attendance list using my subscriptions list. Okay, everyone? Is that okay?
I've already subscribed, Mr. Sofian.
Okay.
But I haven't watched the video.
Okay, I'm gonna share it to you guys. This will be the.
I like your channel when you're with Rocky Gerung. I like that.
Okay. I hope you're gonna love all the example of teaching practice using AI, VR, and then blah 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 blah. Not only the main video, yeah. Okay, I already shared the link of my YouTube channel. And Miss Mediana, tomorrow I'm gonna check your name on my subscription list. Okay, Miss Mediana is on my subscription list. Okay, you are set, you're free to go, yeah. And then also the rest of all of you guys, yeah. I hope you're going to check our first meeting yesterday, and then I'm gonna upload also our second meeting of the day here, yeah. So we can see all you guys' face while joining the sessions. We can analyze who's the one joining these sessions only to come smiling, quiet, and then no interaction at all. And then we can see who's really active for the entire sessions. And then we can see for those that really busy all the time, and starting the meeting, walking all the way around, and then blah, blah, blah. You can identify yourself while watching the video. Okay, everyone, that's all I guess for the second meeting about problem identifications. I hope you're going to have your real problem identification discussions after this one with Miss Rusmi. Okay, thank you very much for your attentions. See you guys on your third meeting tomorrow. And at the last, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, sir.
Miss Rusmi, the class.
Thank you so much. Yeah.